are in our fourth week of theme weeks for virtual classes. Last week we did isometrics, which is a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different than what we're used to. We've kind of worked our way up to this like high heart rate working set, and that was a little bit different, right? So we got to try it. We got to explore it. I'm proud of you guys for doing it. For those of you that attended last week, hopefully you took something away from it. This week, we're actually going to do the fourth week, which is balance. So we'll do some different balance at work, a lot of core stuff, and we will go through those exercises like we do with our normal set, okay? So same equipment. We won't be using the wall this week, but it'll be the toilet paper roll or the ball, the dumbbells or the cans of soup, and the towel, okay? So make sure you have all three of those things. Everyone has their water, right? Everyone has their water. We're staying hydrated. Good. Okay. And then you guys know about the RPE scale of 1 to 10. We're going to stay between 4 and 7. Okay? Does anybody have any questions so far? Do I have anybody who's brand new? I thought I saw a new name on there. Were there any new people? I see a hand. Wait, who we got? Miss Pat. Hi, Miss Pat. How are you doing? All right. So everybody is muted. So if I ask you a question, I say, how are we feeling? Is everyone doing okay? I either get thumbs up, thumbs down. If you're doing okay, Tiffany and Felix will check in on you if you need any help. All right. And then just for reference, I have you guys projected up onto the wall, just a reminder. So if you see me looking this way, it means I'm looking at you. And then you guys are facing me this way. And then Tiffany is in her office. If you have questions about tech stuff, like if you're having an issue with your computer, your phone, or your tablet, you can send Tiffany a direct message and she can help you out. Felix is my moderator in the studio. So if you have a question regarding an exercise, a modification, anything like that, you send it to Felix. He can ask me and I can answer it on camera. Okay? All right. Anybody have any questions before we get started? You guys are muted now. All right, we'll get started. Okay, so today is balance. So we're going to do a lot of balance work. We're going to start in our standing position. So please take a stand up. All right, let's get the heart rate moving. We're going to be working between our 4 and 5 zone. Okay, so we just want to get everything nice and loose, get everything moving. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn mine up so I can hear. All right, from here, we're going to do a toe tap to the side. And when we toe tap, we're going to swing the body. Swing the arms across the body. Keep everything moving. Good. Now when we're doing this, keep your core nice and tight. Keep everything nice and tight. Having a nice strong core is really good for balance. Okay? Good. Remember, we're just getting moving. So we just want to make sure that you have your body is moving. We're getting everything warmed up. All right, next move we're going to do the same thing with the feet, but this time we're going to take the arm diagonal up ahead. So we're going across the body, diagonal move. Good. Now I'm swinging down from the bottom by the hips. Get those shoulders nice and warmed up. And the same thing with the core. Make sure it's nice and tight. All right, let's go to our march. Marching. Good. From here, we're going to take our arms out to the side like a goalpost. Bring it forward and back, forward and back. Good. All right, next move, we're going to do a punch and kick. So nice and easy. Coordinating the upper body and the lower body. Good. Nice tight core. All right, the next move, we're gonna do a hamstring curl. When we do our hamstring curl, we are gonna take the opposite hand and we are gonna hook. So it looks kind of like this. Good. Good. All right, from there, we're gonna do our next move, our high knee and our overhead press. So we have our hands up by our shoulders, high knee overhead press, and alternate. Remember, we're trying to be nice and tall to make sure we have good posture, our shoulders are back. Good. All right, let's go back to our first move. We're going to cross the body, try to pick up the pace a little bit. Good, let's switch it up. Let's go to our diagonal. Going up from the hip. All right, back to march. Out to the side, forward. Nice tight core. And punch kick. Now remember, if you don't feel as comfortable keeping your foot off the ground, you can do a heel tap. Whatever makes you more comfortable. All right, let's do our hamstring curl and hook. So it's opposite. This time. Good. And now let's do the high knee overhead press. And stop. Wonderful job. That's it for the first part of the warm-up. So we're going to move to our next section. We won't need any equipment. So this is where we're really going to start to explore our balance stuff, okay? So we're going to have a lot of exercises in each section for balance. Make sure I have enough space. I don't want to kick the chair this time. Okay, so we're going to stay in our standing position. Make sure you have plenty of space around you. Okay, we don't want you kicking anything. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to call it bowling, okay? Everyone's been bowling before at least once in their life? For the most part, yeah. Okay, so what you're going to do, pretend you have a bowling ball. Take a step forward and slide the foot behind you, okay? Then you're going to come back to your start. Same thing. Just like you're bowling. And we're just starting to warm up our balance. So we're starting to get everything nice and oriented so we can do a little bit more harder things. All right, we're gonna switch sides. So now we're gonna bowl with our opposite hand. So I assume everyone use their dominant, we're gonna use our non-dominant. I'm a really bad bowler, so you guys are probably seeing my atrocious bowling form. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna call them skaters. So what that means is we're gonna step out to the side, take our foot back, touch by our knee, and then we're gonna switch. So we step back, just like this. Good. So important to remember with this, we're keeping our chest up. Okay, I don't want anyone hunching forward and doing it this way. We want the chest up. All right, from here, let's go to our body weight squat. So nice and easy, you guys know this. Hips go back first, knees follow, and we're coming back up. Good. waiting room. All right, next move. We're gonna take our elbows to our knee, cross the body. Good, now get as close as you can. If you can only get a partial way, that's fine. Using that core, tighten it up. Good. All right, next move, what we're gonna do, we're gonna reach out, we're gonna toe touch across the body in the front. So we're coming across the body into the front, stepping back. Step up. Good, so very important, we wanna make sure we still have bend in our knee. We still have bend in the knee. We're not overly straining. And if you can't quite touch your shin, that is fine. Get as close as you're comfortable with. It's all about progress. All right, let's switch sides, other leg. And we're focusing that balanced leg, so the leg that's staying down. We want to have nice balance on it. Really contract it. All right, from there, let's go back to our skaters. So remember, we're stepping to the side, step back, touch by the knee, and switch. Good. Now, pick up the pace a little bit. Good job. All right, body weight squats. Hips back first, knees follow, and back up. All right, knee to elbow. Good. All right, let's do that shin tap. Where we're coming out in front, one side at a time. All right, let's switch sides. All right, back to skaters. Remember, we're touching the inside of that knee, keeping our chest up, keeping our eyes up. Wonderful. Shake all that out. We're going to grab our first water break. So please grab a drink of water. All right, how's everybody feeling? Good? Awesome, okay. So we are gonna go to our next section. We are actually gonna grab our dumbbells. So go ahead and grab those. And have your chair nearby, okay? So we talked about our chair. We wanna make sure it's preferably armless, okay? But stable. Stable is the priority. So for the first exercise, we're gonna start in our chair, and then we're gonna go from there, okay? So start in your seated position. All right, so what we're gonna do, make sure that whenever you have your dumbbells or your can soup, you have a good grip on them. We don't want you to let go of them. Take out the TV, take out your spouse or partner. No, we don't want any of that. Tom and Helene, I'm talking to you. Helene will let go of it. So make sure you have a good grip on it, okay? All right, so we'll get started. From here, we have our hands up by our chest. We're gonna do sit to stand. So we're sitting, we're gonna come up. When you come up, we're gonna go back down nice and easy, barely touch the chair, and then come back up, okay? So I don't want all your body weight going onto the chair. I just want you to barely tap it. Good, and same thing too, we want the hips to move back before the knees move. Very important. Good. All right, let's go back to our seated position. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna add something when we get to the top. So we're gonna keep these up by our shoulders. When we come up, we're gonna kick and punch, and then sit back down, okay? So coming up, kick, punch, and then back down. Good, and when we're standing, remember, we wanna push with our legs, push really hard. Push up, kick and punch, I do the opposite. Kick and punch, there we go. And then back down. Up, pushing through the legs. Wonderful. All right, go ahead and stay in your standing position. We're gonna do our next move, our forward lunge with our press. So forward lunge, press, back, and then back up. So it's two different moves. We have the lunge, the press is one move, and then returning is one move. So we wanna make sure we're not flowing them together into two moves in one. I want two separate individual moves. Good. All right, next move, standing nice and upright in our strength position. Feet about shoulder width apart. We're just gonna nice and easy, overhead press. Good. Wonderful. Next move, let's keep our elbows nice and tight to our sides. We're gonna bicep curl. Very good. We got those shoulders back, controlling our breathing, nice tight core. All right, next move, we're gonna extend one arm overhead. Bend that elbow back, close to our ear, and we are gonna extend. Good, we're just doing one, we're not doing two. One at a time. Now, if you feel like at some point when you're doing this that you feel like it's too heavy and you're gonna drop it, please just drop it behind you, okay? I don't want you to try to like contortion your arm forward. All right, let's switch sides. Up overhead. Wonderful. All right, let's go back to our chair. We're gonna go back to our sit to stand. Up. Good work. Hang in there. Keep that core nice and tight. Driving through the heels, driving through the heels. All right, let's add that kick and punch. So up, kick and punch, and down. Up. Good, now let's go to our lunge and our press. Lunge and press. Forward, press, back, and up. Good. Good work. All right, in our strength position, overhead press. All right, wonderful job. We're gonna keep a hold of those for the next section. So just keep those with you. We're gonna go to our next section. How's everybody feeling? Good? Good. You guys are looking like rock stars today. I'm like really impressed. I'm really happy. You guys are really doing well. All right, so our next section, we're gonna keep these. Go right into it. Make sure you have plenty of space around you again. All right, so we're gonna kind of do some exercises together from our last section. We're gonna do the high knee and the bicep curl. High knee and the bicep curl. Good. Now remember, we talked about biceps. I want you to flex the bicep. I want to see it in the camera. See those big biceps. All right, next move. We are going to hold T arms. T arms. From here, we're going to step out to the side, lateral lunge, come back up to the top, and then switch. Keeping our arms out to the side. Keeping our core nice and tight. Remember, we're sticking our hips back. All right, from there, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a hip abduction with an opposite arm raise. So, one hand's gonna stay by your hip, one hand's gonna be down to your side, leg's gonna go out, arm's gonna come up. Just like that. All right, let's switch sides. So one hand goes on the hip. Good. Remember, keep that core nice and tight. It's gonna help with your balance. All right, from here, we're gonna do an external rotation of our shoulders. So what that looks like, elbows are nice and tight to our side. We have our hands in front, just like this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna externally rotate and bring it back in, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Wonderful. Now the muscle that we're working on right now, you guys keep going. It's right here in the back of the shoulder, okay? So you really want to squeeze that muscle together. Squeeze that muscle. All right, now we're gonna add something to that. So what I'd like you to do is now bring your hands up like a 90 degree, like you're a square. From here, rotate up, bring it back down. Just like that, perfect. Good. All right, let's go back to our bicep curl and our high knee. Just like this. And that elbow nice and close to your side. See the big biceps. Good. All right, T-arm. And lunge. And switch. I feel like I have one arm that's higher than the other. I can see it on the camera. All right, from there, let's take a hand down to our side. Leg goes out, arm comes up and down. Squeezing our shoulders, squeezing our hips. All right, let's switch sides. Good. All right, elbows nice and close to your sides, arms in front, rotate out. Good. All right, goal pose. Good. Now we want the shoulders doing all the work. So try to keep your elbows as still as possible and move your arms from moving your shoulders. Good. Let's go back to those high knees and bicep curls. Our shoulders should be feeling good. All right, from here, let's go to our T-hold. Last set of these, we're gonna go to the side and switch, keeping our eyes up, keeping our chest up. Good work. All right, take those out, take those out. How are you guys feeling? Good shoulder work? Good work on the upper body. We'll take it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of it. Who is that? I got a name. Miss Esther. Esther's like, yeah, I feel great. All right. So we're going to take another water break. Go ahead and grab your bottle, cup of water, whatever you have. Did you guys all watch the snowfall yesterday? I had to run into Tiffany's office to see it because I couldn't see it from my office, but it was pretty. I'm glad it didn't stick though. It looks nice when it's falling. I just didn't want it to stay down. All right, so we're going to go to our next section. We're actually going to grab our towel. Okay, so we're going to grab the towel or the resistance band, whichever you have. Again, making sure you have plenty of space. Actually, I should probably back up a little bit. I keep sneaking up. All right. So make sure you have a hold of your towel. We're holding the ends. Remember, we want to have tension on the towel, okay, or the band, whichever you have. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, nice and simple. I want you to pick one leg up, and we're going to bend it back. So it's a 90-degree angle, and we're just going to overhead press. Good. Keeping the chest up. Keeping the eyes up. Remember, we're challenging your balance. I don't want you to stare at the floor if you can help it. Try to look up and make sure you have good posture. Good. And remember, you can tap down if you need to. If standing on one leg is a little too difficult, you can put your toe down. Good. Let's switch sides. So we're going to go to the other side. Good. Remember, keeping tension on that towel is going to help with the shoulders that I know just got a really good workout, but hang in there. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to rock back and forth on our feet. So from the balls of our foot to the heels of our foot. When we go back, we're going to bring our hands down to our hips. When we go forward, we're going to come up onto our toes and bring the towel overhead. Just like that, rocking back and forth. This is really good for balance because it's challenging you. It's taking all of your motion into one direction, so it causes you to have to maintain your balance a little bit better. See, almost fell over. All right, our next move, we're going to do what I'm going to call it a mock kettlebell swing. So we're going to hold a little bit closer onto the towel. We're going to squat down. We're going to bring our towel between our feet like this. And we're going to come up, we're going to throw our hips forward and bring our towel forward. So I don't want you to bring it over your head. Let's keep it up to the shoulder level. We're down. The hips are going to move forward and the arms are going to come up, okay? So down all in one motion and up. Wonderful. And we're going to keep that up. Let's pick the pace up a little bit. Pick that pace up. Try to keep your elbows straight with a little bit of bend in them. We want the shoulders doing the motion for the upper body. Good. All right, from here, what we're going to do, we're going to hold a little bit wider. We're going to do our diagonal knee raise with the follow through. So we're touching that towel or that band down onto the top of the knee. Good. All right, let's switch sides. Good. All right, next move, we're going to go into our quarter squat position, quarter squat. From here, we're going to do our rainbow. And then back up. And we're just alternating side by side, keeping our core nice and tight, our shoulders back. Good, eyes up. All right, let's go back to our single leg hold. So We did behind the first time. Let's bring it in front. And we're going to overhead press. Good. All right, let's switch sides. Other leg. Knee up in front. Good work. Nice tight belly. Make sure we have a nice tight core. Bring that belly button back towards the spine. All right, now we're gonna rock on our feet. So we're going back towards our heels, up onto our toes, back onto our heels. Good. We'll finish off with these. Try to really challenge yourself. Wonderful job. How are you guys feeling? Good. What do you guys think was the most challenging? What was the most challenging one? I saw somebody squat. Who did I see squat? I see a couple people. It's okay. All right. Some fun one. All right. So we're going to keep a hold of our band or our towel. So make sure you keep that with you. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different with the towel. So what we're going to do, we are actually going to lay that towel down on the floor. But what I mean by that, we're going to roll it up into a small, I'm going to call it like a snake or a tube. And we're going to lay it down in a safe spot on the floor, just like that. I'm actually going to, I think you guys can see the whole thing. I'm going to angle this down just a teeny tiny bit. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, so what you have here, this is our pretend agility ladder, okay? Our pretend agility ladder. So very important, make sure that when you're using it, that you're picking your feet up. I don't want you to get it caught in anything, okay? So don't get your foot stuck on the towel or the band. Make sure that this is not stuck down on anything, so it's not like you didn't put it under a table leg or something to hold it still. Let it lay loose, let it be free. That way, if you do trip and you kick it, you're not going to get stuck, okay? So we're just going to have this down on the floor. We're going to use this agility ladder. We're going to walk through everything, okay? Just make sure you have plenty of space, okay? Thumbs up, everyone's good? Good. We're still in that 5 to 6 zone on our RPE scale, okay? All right, so very, very easy. We're just going to step on either side and raising our knee. Very easy. And then we're going to go backwards. So we're going to return. Remember, we're picking our feet up. We're stepping wide. We're not stepping on that towel. We're going to do that again. Good. And then return. All right, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to step over and back. So we're going to step over 2 feet and then back with 2 feet. So we're going side to side, traveling up the length of your towel, or you can stay in one spot if you'd like to, if you feel more safe, and then return backwards. Let's do that again. Just keep going, go forward. Good, now remember, we're working on balance, right? So really think about how your center of gravity is moving as you travel up the towel and down the towel. Good. Good, okay, next one, we're gonna stay on the side. We're gonna step over and back. Over and back. Good. All right, let's go back the other way. Good. All right, let's switch sides. You can go the other way. You can face the other way. Do the same thing. Posture's good, nice and tall. And then return. Good. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do cross steps. Okay, so what that looks like, I have 1 foot planted, it's closest to the cow or the band. We're gonna step over it and then stand on the other side. Okay, so the outside leg steps across to the other side and we stand nice and tall. Now, if you'd like to have your chair nearby, you're more than welcome to, but we're just stepping over over our foot and over the towel. And then we'll go back. Now be careful going backwards. Don't try to step back too far. Take your time. This is a little more of a challenging one. All right, let's do that one again. We're gonna go forward, across the towel, moving up towards the top. Remember, keep that nice tight belly while you do this. Touch your belly, touch your stomach, feel how tight it feels. Good. And then back. All right, now we're gonna go up the towel. We're gonna do butt kicks, kind of like our hamstring curl. We're just coming up to the front, keeping our feet wide. And when we get to the top, we're gonna go back. Good. Go forward again. And back. Good, take those out. All right, so now what you got here, you have a good tool that you can use, okay? Again, I just caution you, make sure that you have plenty of space around you if you do this on your own. Make sure you have plenty of space around you and that this is loose. I don't want anybody to trip and get their foot caught like if they got stuck on a rug, okay? All right, everyone feeling good still? Good, okay. You guys liking the balance stuff so far? There's a lot. I jam-packed this with balance stuff. There is a lot. All right, so we're gonna go to the next section, but first we're gonna get a drink of water. So go ahead and grab your bottle or cup of water. Remember, we're staying hydrated. Winter months, we don't feel as thirsty. I got a new water bottle for the new year, so I was really excited. So I got my new water bottle. I swear I stay more hydrated when I have a new water bottle that I'm excited about that I just want to keep using. All right, so the next section, we are going to grab our roll of toilet paper or ball and our chair. We need both. We need both. Okay. So I'm going to turn mine to the side so you guys can see, but you want to have your chair somewhere in front of you, okay? At least for the exercise that we do first. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, and I just want to show you this before we start the actual thing, I want you to step back far enough that you feel comfortable, so you can reach out in front of you and place the toilet paper roll or the ball on your chair. Okay? If you have a ball and your ball is rolling off of your chair, my recommendation is to take your towel or your band and kind of roll it into a ball and then lay it down. So when you reach out, you can put the ball into the towel instead of the chair. Okay, that way your ball doesn't roll off on the floor. All right? So that's the first one we're going to do. Everything else is pretty explanatory. We'll go through it, but we'll start the section now. Okay, everyone still feeling good? Good, okay. So like I said, first thing, we're gonna reach out. We're gonna take 1 foot behind us. We're gonna reach out and put that toilet paper roll or that ball down. We're coming back up to our starting position. And then we're gonna reach back out and grab it. Now this is the opposite hand. So my foot that's down, it's the opposite hand that's putting it onto the chair. Do one more on that side. This is very slow too, so take your time. Good. Let's grab that. Let's switch sides. Now we have the opposite leg. Reaching forward, putting it down, nice and slow, almost like half speed. Back down, pick it up, and down. I think we have one more. We're gonna do one more for good measure. Last one. All right, good job. So now what we're gonna do a single leg tuck and rotate. So what that looks like is that when you take 1 foot, we're gonna put it back on the floor, toe tap, okay? From here, we have our hands out to the side. We're gonna tuck and rotate, okay? So we're out to the side, tucking under, and back out. Good. All right, let's switch sides. Good. Remember, tight core, nice tight belly. Bring that belly button back to the spine. All right, next move. So what we're gonna do, we are in our strength position, right? Strength position. We have our hands up in a star, like a V shape. We're gonna come all the way together. We're gonna hunch, and we're gonna open up, okay? So it's one big movement. Down, hunch, and open up. Good. So what we're doing here is we're lowering our center of gravity, and then we're opening it up nice and big, okay? Good. Okay, next move. I'm going to challenge you guys for this. So I want everyone to stand on one leg. Everyone stand on one leg. I would like you to draw a circle with your foot. So start that, draw your circle. All right, now what I'd like you to do is take the opposite hand with your ball, and I want you to draw a square with your hand. So you're drawing a circle with your foot and a square with your hand. My circle doesn't look as good as my square. All right, let's switch sides. So now what I'd like you to do, we're going to draw a square with our foot, and I want you to draw a triangle with your hand. Square with the foot. So start with the foot first, square with the foot. And then you're doing a triangle with the other hand. This is hard. Good. Okay, take that out. All right, now we're going to do doubles, okay? So what that means is we're going to draw the same shape with the arm and the leg. We're just going to go in opposite directions. They're going to mirror each other. So if you're going to draw a circle, we're going to draw a circle from in to out with our foot, and then we're going to go out to in with our hand. Good. All right, let's switch sides. We'll do the same thing. Let's do circles. We're maintaining that balance. All right, wonderful job. You guys can go ahead and put that down. All right, and then that is our last section for balance. We are going to go into our cool down. We'll stay in our standing position and then we'll transfer to the chair. Okay? All right, so standing position, nice and tall. We're going to reach up overhead, get a good stretch. Arms back down, reach up overhead again. Just a reminder, I want you guys to hang out for a minute after the class. We have a couple announcements to make. Arm come down. Let's cross the body, hug our arms. We're swaying side to side. Swaying side to side. Good, let's bring that out. We're just gonna do little circles. Little circles, or slow circles, not little, slow. All right, let's go to our chair. All right, first thing we're gonna do, let's go out to the side, one leg out. We're gonna take our forearm, we're gonna lean onto our thigh, and we're gonna stretch. Nice stretch for our shoulders and our back, our ribs. All right, bring that back up. From here, we're gonna bring that leg in. We're gonna extend it out in front, heel to the ground. Leaning forward, hinging at the hips. Good, chest up, eyes up. Good, let's bring that back. We're gonna switch sides, so let's take that other leg out. Forearm down on the thigh. Good. So we should be working towards our 4 and 5 range on our RP scale, bringing our heart rate down. Bring this back up. Leg comes in front, heel out, touching the ground, hinging at the hips, leaning towards the toes. Chest up, eyes up, perfect. All right, let's bring that back up. We're gonna do a pedal. So what I'd like you to do is just alternate with your feet. Good. All right, from here, we're gonna rotate at the core. We're gonna lean into our chair, using the chair for support. Let's bring it back to center. We're gonna go the other way, so we're gonna lean the other direction. Nice stretch. Good, let's bring that back to center. Next move, we're gonna take one arm, take it straight overhead. We're gonna bend at the elbow, bringing it back towards our shoulders. And you can hold on to the arm if you feel comfortable. Back to the arm. Good, bring that arm down. Take the arm up overhead, opposite. Reaching back. Good. All right, arms down. Let's take our fingers together. We're gonna lace them. Do our wrist roll. Good. All right, take those out. We have our hands out to the side. We're bringing everything forward and back. Good. All right, sitting nice and still. I want you to lean your head to the side. We're just letting it fall. We're not pulling on it, right? We're just letting it sit. Getting a nice stretch in our muscles in the neck. Back to center, let's switch sides. Back up to the center, let's reach up overhead one more time. Nice big stretch overhead. And slowly bring those arms down. And you guys are finished for today. Wonderful job.